Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're talking about scaling the light in the darkness strategy. What do you mean? Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
With the profit, because the profit's gone now. You know what I'm saying? So stupid. Oh my goodness. $10, $20, $30, okay? So can it happen again? Can it happen again? $400. So we're gonna scale the light in the darkness. Now, if you haven't seen the light in the darkness strategy, this is the strategy I use to earn free cruises by playing craps on a cruise. And it's a hedging system at craps, and you can use a small bankroll and you can win slow but also lose slow. Have you got your dice tracker yet? Make sure to get one of these. Go to holyroller.com or check the link in the description. This is able to track not only your bankroll but your points towards a free cruise, among other things. So make sure to grab one of these. Now let's get back to it. I'm going to explain to you what the way we go up and down as far as scaling up and scaling down, and then we'll roll it out and see how it goes. Okay. All right. So here we go with $25. Now, because I have 400, I don't want to risk more than 25% of my bankroll at any one time. You would say 25% is 100. That would be 50 here and 50 out there. Okay, if you don't know the light in the darkness strategy, you're going to have to watch a video because I'm not really explaining the strategy. I'm just explaining the scaling part of the strategy, okay? But because we're starting, we're going to start low, okay? Because I know sometimes people start with like $200, $300. So we're going to start with one quarter on the don't pass. If we get on the come out, if we get past the come out and the point is whatever, it doesn't matter what the point is, except for if it's a 6 or 8. So we would get $24, right? Or $12, 6 and 8 for 12 each, no matter the point here. Now, if the point is 6 or 8, we'll get the 5 and we'll take the $2 or the $3 because that's 24. Here's $25. Here's 25 on the don't. We'll play the 24 or $25 all together, and we'll put $3 on the hard way. So if it's like this, same thing, $3 on the hard 8, okay? So that's kind of how it happens, okay? Now, if you know this strategy, we would be looking for a 5 or a 6 to hit before the 8, and if the 8 hits, hopefully it comes hard, right? But the thing is, if it hits $14, pays $10, pays 14, $12 pays 14. What we would do is we would automatically put the first hit on the point for $12. Then if the point hits plus this money would equal that money. So all you need is the first hit to go onto the point, and then you'll be into profit land, or at least breaking even, right? So with all that being said, how do you scale? So let's just go back and say the point is 8, okay? And we get a couple hits. You know, we got the hit where we put up the 8, and then we had this extra $2, and then we got another hit, and we were able to, you know, get the 5 to 15 and the 6 to 18. And then all of a sudden, if that happens, you know, say you have this like this, you know, all of a sudden, the money that's out here is more valuable than the money that's here. So the 7 really just gets your money back, but the 8 becomes, or the point becomes more valuable, because not only do you have the point that hits, the money that you put on the point, plus if it hits again, pays this, but you also have all of your money that you pressed. If you pressed your 5, 6, got the 9, you know, got the 9, 10, 4, you know, like, and you spread out. Now you're, you know, playing every number, and the 8 becomes more valuable than the don't. The don't is really just to protect from those short rolls, 0.7 outs, things like that, okay? So once this, say you had $50 out here, or around $50, that's on your next come out, you would actually bump it up to $50 instead of 25, because you have more money to protect out here. So the idea is whatever you play here, you would play out there to begin with. But then as you're pressing and say it's going good and they're hitting points, you'll have more money out here. Then you put more money on the don't to protect that money. And then if the short roll happens or the 7 comes, you get the money that you pressed back because you went up a level. Same thing, 75, 100. So let's go ahead and roll it out and we'll see how it works. All right, here we go. We're going to start at the $25 level. Now, a lot of people say, do you hedge the come out? You know, this is a hedging system, so do you hedge the hedge? Well, if I was up in my bankroll, I might hop the 7 and get an 11 to protect this, but we don't really need to at this point because we're just coming out. If we're up in our bankroll and we have casino money to play with, sometimes I try to keep that separate, and then I will hop the 7-11 on the come out just to make sure I get this don't set.
Hey, Brian from the future here. Look at this video. You're going to want to see this part. Look at the rack, how empty it is. I had a series of come out 7s that were absolutely 10, 20, ridiculous. You're going to have to see it to believe it. Let's get back to it. This is the beginning. Here we go.
But for now, we're just going to go ahead and see if we can get it set with no 7, no 11 shooter. And it is a 7. That didn't work. That didn't work. But we're going to go ahead and go back up. And a lot of people say, would you go back up over and over? What if another one happens? Well, I usually go back up one time. And then if another one happens, I'll wait for a come out and then I'll go through the DC. And if that happens during this video, I'll show you how that works. But say another 7 came out, I would wait for a point to be established, and then I would put my 25 in the DC. It would move behind a number, and then that would be my don't, okay? That's if we get there. Let's see what happens here. No 7, no 11, and it is a 9. All right, I thought I might be able to just show you right away, but now we have a 9. So because we have 25 here, we want, this gets paid on the 7, but it loses on the 9. Now we're gonna do the 6 and 8 for 12 each, and that's gonna be $24 and $25. We're in the game. If a 6 and 8 hit, we're playing. We're hoping for no 9. Here we go, let's see what happens. And it is a 10, hard 10. Let's get a 6 or 8. There's another 10, easy 10. How about a 6 or 8 shooter? There's a 4. There's only 3 ways to make a 4, and there's 3 ways to make a 10, and we just rolled all of them. Okay, 7 out. Oh my goodness. We didn't get a 6 or 8, so we lose these, and we get paid 25. So we actually made $1. Now you might say, oh, $1, big deal. But remember I said, we win slow, we lose slow. But we did lose 25 on that come out, so we didn't really win $1. We only lost $24. All right, another one coming out. Here we go. Let's see what happens. We'll just get this going again. No 7, no 11. And it's a 10. Of course it'd be a 10. It seems like a 4-10 kind of day with the rolls that we've been having. So the 10, we're going to still get our 6 and 8 for 12 each. And we do have an extra $1, meaning $25. Let's go ahead and get a hard 10 just in case. And let's roll 6 or 8, and we're in the game. And it's a 12, midnight. That's a hard way. But we want, oh my goodness, there's a 7 again. Short rolls, and this is why we play this system. Okay, so we lose 25, right? And we win 25 right here. So we broke even on that hand. Well, we're still down $24 in case you're keeping count. All right, here we go. And there's a 12 midnight. So this loses on 7-11. It wins on 2-3, and it pushes or bar the 12. 12 doesn't count on that bet. Here we go. And oh my goodness, did I say 24 down? Because now, and I'm gonna just treat it as if we already had 2. So now watch, we're gonna get a point established here, and it's a 6. Okay, so the point is 6. And instead of going up on the 6 and 8, because we don't have this, the first thing we do is we go through the DC, and we're hoping same scenario, same odds, same chances, but we won't lose to the 6. Okay, there's a good one. There's a 2 because remember, just like this, it wins on 2, 3, pushes on the 12, loses on 7, 11. Let's see if we can get like a 4, 10, and then never again, you know? How about a 4? There you go. There you go. So this becomes a no 4. Okay, so this loses if a 4 rolls, it wins if a 7 rolls, but it's $25. So now we're able to get that 6 and 8. 6 and 8 for 12 each. And if the 6 hits, no big deal. We could put this on the hard 4, but it's you know, one combination out of 36. Will it really happen? There's 10 combinations for the 6 and 8. Let's see if we can get those right now. And it is an 8. We got an 8. All right. So the way that the regular system works, because this would pay $14, so we could just put $10 on the 4 because that's the point. And if the 4 hits, this plus what it gets paid would be more than $25, you know, so 18 and 10, $28, you know. So that's what we could do, or we could just press the 6 and 8, 1 unit each, and get the hard 4 for $2. So let's do that first. We'll press these first, and then we can see if we can get a 4 and miss that 4. Let's see what happens. And it's a 3. Ooh, it's getting too close to the 4. Oh my gosh. Skip a dot on that one. There's a 6. All right, we got the point is 6 and that 1. But we pressed it or added some pressure, right? 18 now pays 21. All right, so we're going to go off. Now the 4 is always working right there, right? So this right here would pay $14. If we did this would pay $21. So we could have our hard 4 working and that 4 working. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and collect right now. So we're set with the 24, the $25 no 4. But remember, we pressed this, so now not only do we rack some, 21 or $20, but we also have 12 more dollars than we put out here. So this is more valuable than that. But let's have a come out now, a come out 7 or 11. Well, 11 wouldn't count, but a come out 7 would actually win that bet. Let's see if it happens. Here we go. And it's a 3. This is where the dice mock you, because if we were right here, we would have got paid. But that one is already set. Okay, here we go. And it's a 6, hard 6, back out on the 6. Now the 4 is still in play here. We want no 4. We do have a hard 4, they'll pay 21. So it's a little bit hedged. But we do have a 6 and 8 for 18 each. Let's see if we can get another hit. And it's an 8. All right, that pays 21. And because that pays 21, now we're getting to the place where this is more valuable because we did rack 20. Let's go up to $4. That'll pay $28, and that's 25. So hopefully if the 4 comes, it comes hard, okay, like this, pitcher bet. Now, but we could do that and get paid no matter what, you know, with some of the casino money. We could go up on the 5 and then maybe get a $5 field, because on a Royal Caribbean ship, the field minimum is $1 actually. They treat it like a prop bet. So you could do $5, or we could just put 15 on the 5 and 5 here. Yeah, just put it all in there, because we did rack 20, but we remember we did lose. We are down in our bankroll. Let's see if we can get something back. Here we go. And it's a 9. A 9, so that pays in the field. We'll just go ahead and stack that in the field. Here we go. And it's an 8. An 8. All right, so the 8 pays 21, but we did lose 10. So we got a difference of $11, okay? So let's go ahead and put this $10 back. I mean, pretty much, I guess we could put it there and make the hard. Let's move this, because that'll pay that now. So let's move this $5 onto the hard 6. That'll give us some action. That'll give us some action on the hard way for the hard 6. Let's go. And it's a 7 out. Oh my goodness. So the 7 came. Look at this, was more valuable than the 7, because all this loses and only gets paid $25, right? So that gets paid 25, and then they'll bounce it here and pay you. So now we could go back on this. And we did lose a little bit. Let's see if I could keep track of how much we are down. So let me get some ones back, and then that way this could be back where it needs to be. And then we put this back where it needs to be. And it looks like we have 22. So with this one, it's a 1, 2, 3, and we are down. Are you ready for this? $3. So we're down $3 in all of that. Remember, we did rack a little bit. All right. Well, let's go back. Let's go back. And again, I'm going to show you how to scale up. So hopefully we get, if we would have got that 6 to hit, it would have been time to scale up because we had more money out there than what we had on the don't. So, all right. Oh my goodness, an 11. Just like that. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. And a 12. Wow. Push. There we go. And an 8. All right, so we're going against the 8 here. There's 5 ways to make an 8. There's 6 ways to make the other number. But let's go with it. Let's go with it. All right. So we're gonna go with the $10 5 and the $12 6. So that is, and remember we have $3 left, right? And we're gonna go on the hard 8. So hopefully we get a hard 8. That would pay $30. We'd lose 25. All right. So let's see. Or 20, it would pay 27. So here we go. Let's see. And it's a yo 11. We want a 5 or a 6 to be in the game. Oh, 8 came, and it came hard. So imagine that. Wow. That we won $2. So it's not really valuable, more valuable at this point, but we're going to go ahead and say down on my 8. Down. All right, there we go. So we're coming out 25 back again. Let's see what happens. There's a 4, so the point is 4. And we're gonna go back to the 6 and 8. So we're gonna throw in $2. We're gonna say move my 5 to the 8. We're playing with a 6 and 8. We want the 6 and 8. Let's do it. And it's a 2, craps 2. And let's see if we can get a 6 or an 8. There's a 10, the other side of the number we don't want. All right, here we go. Let's get an 8. There's a 9. There's a 9. Let's get a 6 or 8 shooter. 6 or 8. Oh no, not the 7. But we did win $1. Win slow, lose slow, right? But that's 12, 24, 25 is what it pays. So I'm just gonna pay it like that. Usually they would just give you a green chip right next to your green chip, but I'm gonna just kind of reset. So here we go. All right. So another shooter coming out. We haven't got a chance to scale yet. Let's see if we could scale. And there is a 5. All right, that makes it easy because we're going to be 6 and 8, right? This extra dollar we're just put in our rack. Here we go. And it's a 4. 4. Let's see if we can get a 6 or an 8. There's 10 ways. Oh my goodness. There's 10 ways to combine. There's 10 ways to make a 6 and 8. There's only 6 ways to make a 7. There's 5 ways and 5 ways. So 6 ways. We just got burnt. But we did win another $1. So we won again $1. You're like, this scaling system is winning $1 at a time, Brian. Well, we haven't scaled yet. We haven't scaled yet. See if we can get past the come out roll here. And we did with a 9. So the point is 9, and that again makes it easy because we're gonna go 6 and 8. Here we go. We need a 6 or 8 to be playing. Oh my gosh, we don't need a 9 though. We don't want a 9 because we lost 25. We won $2 for 2 shooters. Then we lost 25 with the next one. Okay, let's go back up. Come out roll, same shooter. Here we go. And oh my goodness. Okay, we're not going back out. We lost $50 on this shooter. And so let's get a point established. And oh, good thing we didn't go back out. There's another 7. All right, here we go. And it's a 3. Oh, now we feel bad for not going out, right? So here we go. And 10, hard 10. We're on the 10. Okay, so now we're gonna go right here $25 on the DC, the don't come. See if we can get that set. It went to the 4, all right. So that goes behind the 4, we want no 4, and we're playing with the 6 and 8. So same game over here, but now it's no 4 instead of no 10, or know what the point is, you know? You'll be like, well, what is the point? All right, the point is we hit a 6. Let's throw in $1 and get 1 for 15. Because what we're gonna do, because that's $14, but we threw in 1 to make change, right? So we're gonna just rack that 15, because remember, we lost 50. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get, okay, there's a 3. Let's see if we can get another 6 or 8, and then we'll press it. We'll do like a, oh no, there's the 4. That means this falls. This is a loser. All right, now would I go back? No, not in the middle of it. I'll lose another 24 if I have to, but let's see if we can get a 6 or 8. No, see, if we would have went back right there, we would have lost it with this roll, but we only lost that. So yes, that shooter cost us, what, $7,500? I don't know. I don't know, but we did lose. We did lose. You say, what about the scaling, Brian? What about the scaling? Yeah, we're down. We're down. You usually scale when you go up, okay? So for the sake of scaling, I will go to $50 here, okay, to show you how we'd play with $50, okay? Normally I wouldn't. I'd stay at the 25 level until I get a good long roll and have a lot of money out there. Then I would put it out, right? But let's start with 50 and let's see if we can get past this come out roll. Can it happen again? Yes, it did. It did happen again. We lost another. Okay, let's change color up, right? Now, when we say color up, we're not leaving. We're just getting some greens. Give me some greens, please, because we're gonna go back out for 50. Now remember, we won't get caught twice or 3 times, I guess. And there's a 4. All right, so this is 50, and we're on the 4. And if you know the strategy, you know what the next move is, right? So we simply buy the 4, okay? And then we have a 6 and 8 for 24 each, or sorry, 12 each, which is 24 altogether. And that's the 25, that's the 25. So you can see we have $50 that we used, and we have $50 here. If the 4 hits, it pays $50. So we want 6 and 8. Remember, this game is all about the 6 and 8. Let's go. At least for us. There's an 8. There's an 8. So we're going to throw in 1, and we're just going to go 1 for 15. Okay, 15 for 1. And we're going to collect the first one. Hopefully we get a long roll on this one. And there, oh my goodness, I spoke too soon. All right, so that's going to pay 50 because the 7 came and we're out. All right, so this is what we won. We got our money back pretty much. But we did rack that $14, so we made 14 on that one. But I know we lost that 50. We've been losing on the come out. And you might say, Brian, do you always just lose on the come out? Well, whenever I'm up in my bankroll, I like to hedge. And say if I had $50 here and I wanted to maybe spend $20, I would probably go up to 75, by the way. $75, and then I would hop the 7s for 5 each, that pays $75, and I'd hop the 11 for 5, that pays $75. So if a 7 or 11 come, I would lose $15 instead of 75. So instead of 3 greens, I would lose 3 reds, you know. And if the point is established, then I lost $20. So $15 or $20, let's see what happens. And it's a 7, so I lost $15. So to make this easy, I'm just gonna pay $15, okay? Because I'm losing that one, and that one, and the other one pays this, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm throwing in $15 to be back up on my action. Here we go. And it's a 5. So we got the point is 5. So you might say 15 plus 20 is what you just lost. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. But not 75. All right. So now that we have 75 here, we could do $60, 6 and 8. $60 and 75. Let's go with that. And it's a 7 out. Now, you might say, oh my gosh, why did I only do 60 when I had 75? $15 difference. Remember the $15? You know, so what happens is we lose all of this out here, but we do get paid 75. Okay, so see how the money just moves around with this system. Okay, 75 again. We're not protecting on the come out this time. Have you got your dice tracker yet? Make sure to get one of these. Go to holyroller.com or check the link in the description. This is able to track not only your bankroll, but your points towards a free cruise, among other things. So make sure to grab one of these. Now let's get back to it. We're just gonna let the shooter shoot. And actually, we're the shooter this time, and we're on shooting from the don't. I see a lot of people play the don't, and then they switch to this. We're staying on the don't. We're shooting from the don't. Here we go. And it's a 9. It's a 9. And we're the shooter. So usually, if you want to guarantee a point, shoot from the don't. But let's do the same thing. But this time, let's play with a little bit of extra money. So we're going to play with $20 extra. We're going to put $10 in the field. We're going to do 25, 30, 30, and we only have 75 here, and this is 95. So we're playing for $20 right now. No 9, and there's a 5. Okay, so the 5 pays 35, or because we lose in the field, a difference of a quarter. Let's get the 9, and then we'll go back up in the field. All right, here we go. And it's a 4, hard 4, and we'll win $10 in the field. And let's go ahead and put it there. That will pay, now watch, 35 will pay 50, right? 50 plus the 60 that's there is more than 75, okay? So, that's the way I like to do it. All right, so we don't have to press the 9 anymore, because now the 9 actually became more valuable. So let's get a long roll. We want a long roll just like everybody else. Just like, because we're here doesn't mean that we want a short roll. We're just protecting in case of a short roll. You know what I'm saying? All right, there's an 8. All right. So again, that's another $25. Okay. Now, just so we can get some back, because that's 35, 25 difference. Let's put the 10 back. Let's rack this time, and then next time we'll do some pressure, okay? All right, there's another 8. So another 8 happened. Now this time we're gonna do some pressure, okay? And the way we're gonna do the pressure is we're gonna say, make my 6 and 8 look like 42 each, okay? And so what they're gonna do is they're actually going to break it up, and the $25 will put 12 on the 6, 12 on the 8, and then you'll get $1 back, okay? And we'll put the $10 back in the field. All right, now these pay 49 or 50 for 1. So let's get $1 ready in case a 6 or 8 hit. Okay, here we go. And it's a 6. So we throw in $1, we lose the field, but we do get paid 50 for 1, okay? 50 for 1, let's put it in our rack. Let's take $40 of that, and we'll put $10 back in the field. So we racked 40 on that one, okay? And there's a 5, okay? So no field 5. And so the 5, it's gonna pay 35. I'm gonna pay like this because I'm gonna actually put the 5 to 35. So each one of these pays $49. So that's 35, 42, 42, and 35. And then we're gonna put 10 in the field. Let's rack $15, okay? Here we go. And it's a 9. We got the 9. Now, let's see what happens with the 9, because we're going to win in the field. They're going to take the don't, right? That's going to pay 50 for 1, remember. So let's throw in 1. They're going to give us 50. Now, remember, we took 75 from here, right? But watch this. There's that. And that's, you know, $30. So technically, if you take your 75, plus you add up all of this and what you racked, we won some money with that one. So I'm gonna stay down on the 9, right? Remember, $20. I'm gonna use $20, hop red, and get a yo, and I'm gonna put $10 back in my rack. On the come out, these are off, this is working, and of course those are working. Let's see what happens. And it's a 4. Perfect scenario, really, because it goes to the 4. We lost 20, yeah, but we have 75 here, okay? We could take these down, but remember, one hit of these is like $50, you know? So we could start with $25, or we can go to $35, would pay 70. So $35 on the 4 would pay 70. So we'd only be down, or the difference of $5. And remember, it saves all this money too, right? If we hit the 4. So the 4 is actually preferable, not the bad number, right? So let's get a field bet, and let's get $1 in our hand in case the 5, 6, or 8 hit, okay? Here we go. And it's a 6, the hard 6. And so we did lose the field, but we throw in $1, and we're going to get 50. And I'm gonna just pay it like this, 50 for 1. And you can always say, can you give me, because I'll usually just give you 2 greens, but you could say, give me 1 green and some nickels, you know. And we're gonna go ahead, look, that's some money that we're putting back in our rack. Actually, $5 more than what we have right there. So that's good, because that's paid for, you know. All right, here we go. And it's a 9, that's $10 in the field. And we'll go ahead and, whenever the field hits, we'll go ahead and spread it to the other numbers until we get them all. And there's a 12, wow, 12, that's double in the bubble. So we'll get a 10, let's make it 15 and 15. And actually, let's just go to 25. And let's not get a 10 yet, okay? Let's bring $5 back to our rack, okay? All right, we didn't get a 10 yet. We just went to 25 on the 9. All right, so there is, again, that is the 1. We should have had $1 in our hand, right? 1 for, and I paid it like that so that I could put my field back. They'll start paying you like that if that's how you ask. And we do have enough to get a 10 now. Let's bring 30 back to our rack. All right, here we go. And it's a 9, double hit on the 9, because we get paid 35 plus the 10 in the field. So 35 over here, 10 in the field. Let's make this 35. Let's make the 10. We'll just buy the 10. Let's throw in $1. Make the 10 look like a quarter. So then I have a buy bet on it. So that'll pay 49. So everything right here pays $49. This goes back. So let's, because it pays 49, let's bump this up to 15 and put 15 in our rack. All right, here we go. And it is 10. That's a double hit there, because we have 15 in the field that gets paid, and we get 50 for 1 on that 10. All right, so this is how you scale, because you might say, we're gonna rack this 50, because look at all the money that's out here, but we only have 75 here. So what's more valuable, this or that? This or that? Well, let me tell you, that's more valuable. So we want the 4. We're rooting for the 4. Let's put $5 on the hard 4 and hope that the hard 4 hits. Yeah. Now we're like, come on 4, and people are like, wait, why are they saying come on 4? They're on the don't, because we okay. Anyway, you know what's happening. There's a 9, 50 for 1, right? 50 for 1. And we get paid $10 in the field, 10 in the field. All right, so we could bump it up, but I'm content with where it's at so that we can rack some, okay? So this is bringing $59 back to our rack right now, okay? So, and let's pressure that hard 4. Come on, hard 4. And then we start calling for it and stuff. Oh, it's the 4. Well, we did lose this. It gets paid here. We lose this, but we take $1 here, okay, or $5, because the difference is we throw in 5 for 75, plus $1 for the VIG to put that back if we want. So the way that worked out is we still got our 75 back, but we're ready to scale. Okay, so now when it comes to scaling, the way it works is we can go back down and just start with hedging the point and only have to get out of the come out roll, or we could use some of our profit to hedge this so that it gets set, or we could count this up and say, okay, what is this? 100, 150. It's over $150. So we could bump this up to 150. Okay, we're scaling up, right, to 150 because we have 150 out there, or around, it's a little bit more, but 150. 150 would mean that we need $10, $10, $10, and $10. So we're going to pay $40 to have a come out roll, okay? So the come out roll of $40, we would lose $30 if a 7 or 11 come, okay? However, we're going to remember, if we get one of these to hit, it's going to pay this. So really, we could just move everything around. We're hoping for a 4 or 10 because that's already set, but we could use this money to put it all on the point, no matter what the point is. So we're insuring our 150 for $40. Okay, it's expensive insurance, but sometimes it's worth it. Here we go. And it's an 8. All right, so here we go. It's $40 down, but no big deal because we made some good money, and now we know we're hedged. We're hedged. We have more money out on the table, but more money. 150 is at least coming back to our rack, right? So because it's an 8, now remember, this is $42 pays 49. Okay, now we can go down to $10 on the 5. We could take the 4 down. If we did, we would get our $1 back. If we took the 10 down, we'd get our $1 back as well. Okay, so the reason why we're doing that is because 150, 100 pays 140. Or sorry, 120 pays 140. So let's just kind of grab and see if we can get 120 on the 8, right? And then let's get a hard 8. That's an extra $45 if it comes hard. So we'd only be out if the 8 came, it would be more valuable, right? But we're protecting this 150 with 140 of this with a $120 8. We're going to leave the 6 there like that. Let's make the 5 look like 35. Let's actually bring this back to the rack, $4, and we'll put $10 in the field. So we're kind of in a iron cross here with some different levels, but 49 and 49. If we get a hit on a 5 or 6, it'll pay for that insurance that we paid for to get this set. But now we're set. Let's get some field numbers, or 5, 6. And there's a 5. Perfect. All right, so $1 will pay 50 for 1, but we do lose 10, so the difference is right here. It's $40, right, or 39. Okay, so now we can actually rack some money, because let's go to $15 here, and we'll rack $35. Well, we'll rack 30, and we'll make the hard 8 look like 10. Okay, so now the hard 8 is the most valuable thing on the table. All right, here we go. And it's an 8. It's not a hard 8. We did lose the field and here, and we did lose this, okay? But we do get paid. Look, there is 125, 130, 140. So $10, yeah, you know, I mean, at this point, you know, it's a good system. It's a good payout. So let's go back up with the 150. And you might say, are you going to be hopping again for the $40 action? Yes, I am. And so I'm just going to do $40 action. So just like that, they'll know $40 action. Here we go. And we're scaled up, and this is actually perfect. The most perfect 4 or 10 is what we like to see, because 150, $75. Okay, so $75. Look, we could take 75. We can make our like 75 is right here. Okay, it's going to cost us $4 for the VIG for that, so that we can buy the 4. So now the 4 pays 150. Okay, so and we do have this. Let's go ahead and get some change for this, because let's go ahead and just go to 42. So all these pay 49, and let's go ahead and get $10 in the field, and then we could get the 9 and 10 just to kind of get some action out there. Now notice we took very minimal money out of our rack, But remember, all of our money's right here. So we're hoping for that 4. We haven't got the hard 4 yet. Oh, sorry, we did get the 4, sorry. Now we're coming out, right? Or no, that's the 4. Sorry. And we lost this, right? Am I right? I don't know, man. I hope I didn't mess this video up. I feel like, yes, we had to come out 4. So that $40 action is gone. Okay. Now we're all set. All right, here we go. And it is a 4, crap. All right, you might say, Brian, all that talk about the 4. Okay, we did win here. We'll use this to get paid this, and the difference will be $1, okay? So here we are. Now that did cost us, right? Because we really only won $6 right there. But when you think about the $40, so, you know, $36, let's do $40 action on the come out. Now you might say, Brian, you're using all of your profit money. Yes, I know. $40 action. Here we go. 7-Eleven won't hurt us that much. Oh wait, let's get our field back in. And but let's get a 4 or 10. That would be great. And it's a 7. Wow. Okay. So $10. So the way it is $10. The way it looks. I'm gonna put this back just so I can show you. This gets paid here, here, and here. There's our $40 action. It gets paid one of the 7s, so we lost $30, right? But we still have our 150 to go back. I mean, this is another. Oh my goodness, this is tough. This is really tough to be hedging all the time like this. I usually don't recommend it, but we have all the money out there that we're protecting, and we're protecting this, so we got all of our bankrolls on the table. That's why it seems weird. So just think you're playing for $30 or $40. You're playing for $40, you know. And there, well, we played for 60 really, because there's another. I'm gonna just take $30 out of our rack, okay? Because that's, you know. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go. And oh my, this is costing us $30 at a time. Okay, so if this happens again, oh my goodness, that's 30. We could have bumped these up and actually made the 7-Eleven worth more than this, and then we really wouldn't care, you know. Should have done that. We're coming out still. Nope. This is a nice one. I lost 40 here, but I get paid, okay, and I'm gonna pay 75 here like that, and then I'm gonna pay 75 with nickels, okay? So this actually got our money back there, you know, all of the hedge money we just got back, you know what I'm saying? And that's all it takes. Let's hedge again. Oh my goodness. All right, let's put this in our rack. Like I said, we're coming up now. Watch out. And what the heck is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay, $30. This is what happens to people, and this is why we do this, okay? We should do a little bit more. If we did 15 on each, like, so another 20 bucks, we'd get paid $225. So let's just do that, just because I'm sensing that a yo is coming. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. It's a 4. Man, what a waste of money right here, huh? Did we spend over 150 trying to protect 150? I don't know. But either way, we're set with the 4. And it's all set. Back out on the 4. This is great. Let's do $10 hard 4. That'll pay 70 plus the 150 that will pay. Let's get in the field and let's get our dollar ready, because we want a 5, 6, or 8. Here we go, shooter. And it's a 9. All right, that's just a $10 win. So let's go ahead and just rack that, because we need to rack everything we can. Rack, we'll press and collect. There's a yo. I told you that yo was coming. There's another 10. Of course, every number's coming, right? Every number's coming sooner or later. How about the 4? Well, it is an easy 4 again. We're hoping we get some luck on that with the hard 4, but that's going to be $1 change for the 150. I hope you followed all that. And so we'll get our 150 back. All right, I'm feeling kind of risky here. So I'm gonna risk, with all those come outs that we just happened, And this shooter is so good, and we got all those 7s and 11s out of the way. Let's not hedge at all. Let's do it. And it is an 8. All right. So the 8, again, pays 50 here. But remember, we do have the 75. We're just going to take this down from the 4, and we're going to make this look like 120. Okay? So 120 pays 140, and let's get a hard 8 for 10, and let's get, now the hard 8 is the most valuable thing on the table, you know, so we're not playing against the shooter. A lot of times people think, all right, here we go, and it is a 7 out. Oh my goodness, all of that. Now look, let's go like this. This is the money we're leaving on the table. This is the 150, and there's 300, and here's 350, and so we have, remember, all of our bankroll of 400 was actually out on the table. We're down a little bit, but all of that stuff that happened, and we're only down less than $50, you know, so the 40, let me see, 40, $30. We're down $30 altogether, and all of that run. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. What a crazy dice session that was. And until next time, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. Watch this video and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope to see you. All right, see you later. Bye.